ATT Business Wireline to get a bump from SMBs, says CEO. ATT is relying on its strength in mobility, 5G, and fiber as the carrier sets its sights on becoming the country's preeminent broadband provider, according to CEO John Stankey. While the company is seeing wireless success across both its consumer and business segments, its weakening wireline business is demonstrating that companies are moving away from legacy wireline services and instead are seeking strategic, flexible fiber and LTE services and integrated offering. In fact, ATT added more than 1 million fiber subscribers in 2021 for the fourth consecutive year, said Stankey during the carrier's Q4 2021 earnings call on Wednesday. The Dallas-based carrier said it intends on growing its business segment by reorienting towards small and mid-market businesses. As we expand our fiber reach, we'll be stabilizing our business wireline unit by growing connectivity with small to mid-sized businesses, Stankey said. We also plan to use our strong fiber and wireless asset base, broad distribution, and converged product offers to strengthen our overall market position. On the wireless side, ATT saw 884,000 postpaid phone net adds and 1.3 million postpaid net adds overall in the fourth quarter of 2021. The carrier had 3.2 million postpaid phone net adds, more customers than ATT has added in the prior 10 years combined for the full year, Stankey said, and 4.5 million postpaid net adds for the full year. Business wireline services revenue fell 5.6% during fourth quarter 2021 to $5.91 billion compared with $6.25 billion a year ago, which the carrier attributed to the prior year increase for pandemic-related connectivity, lower demand for legacy voice and data services, and the decision to de-emphasize non-core services. Business wireline services decreased 5.2% and equipment sales fell 16.7% during the quarter. ATT CFO Pascal Desroches said that the company doesn't expect business wireline revenues to grow in 2022, but that losses will be moderated as ATT rationalizes its low-margin products to set up this portfolio for future success. Despite the carrier's plans to target SMBs with its business wireline portfolio, ATT believes it's also well-positioned in the enterprise space, Desroches said. We have the account management infrastructure, consulting expertise, and capabilities to support those businesses through that evolution as converged wireline and wireless solutions become the norm, he said. Business wireless services, on the other hand, climbed 8.2% to $2.11 billion, compared with $1.94 billion a year ago. Overall, ATT's business solutions segment stayed relatively flat during the last quarter of the year with a slight 0.9% increase to $9.04 billion and a 0.5% bump up for the full year 2021 to $35.51 billion. ATT's mobility segment revenue totaled $21.15 billion during fourth quarter 2021, an increase of 5.1% compared with $20.20 billion in the same quarter a year ago. For the full year, the mobility segment climbed 7.8%. The overall communications business, which includes high-speed internet, video, and legacy voice services, climbed 2.4% to $30.21 billion during the quarter compared with $29.49 billion in Q4 2020. In mobility, ATT said its service revenue grew 4.6% due to subscriber gains, while equipment revenue climbed 6.2% during the quarter as customers purchased higher-priced smartphones. Diluted earnings per share during ATT's fourth quarter, which ended December 31, 2021, was 69 cents, down from $1.95 1 year ago. Total revenue was $40.96 billion, a 10.4% decrease from $45.69 billion in the same quarter 1 year earlier. Net income was $5.04 billion. For the full 2021 year, ATT posted total operating revenues of $168.86 billion, down 1.7% from $171.76 billion in 2020. The carrier reported diluted earnings per share of $2.76 compared to 75 cents in 2020. ATT in 2021 closed its sale of satellite television service DirecTV, the TPG Capital, for $7.1 billion in cash. The money will help ATT continue its strategic telecom services investment strategy in 2022. The company said. ATT and television company Discovery Incorporated last year came together with a definitive agreement for the carrier to spin off Warner Media and for its entertainment, sports, and news assets to be combined with Discovery's nonfiction and international entertainment and sports businesses. ATT acquired its Warner Media business, which came from its blockbuster Time Warner buy, in 2018 for $85.4 billion. However, the company struggled to balance the needs of its core connectivity business with its plans for growing its content side of the house. ATT said it expects to close the WarnerMedia deal in Q2 2022.